Maybe you didn't do everything right today. Maybe you said the wrong thing, or stayed silent when you should have spoken. Maybe you lost your patience, or gave up too easily, or didn't try hard enough. Maybe you're still carrying worries about tomorrow, about next week, about all the things that could go wrong. But tonight, you're going to hear something you need to hear. Tonight, you're going to hear Jesus say to you, just as you are, come, rest. Here, by the firelight, there's only peace, only acceptance, only love. You don't have to be perfect to be here. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to pretend you're doing better than you are. You can come as you are. Tired, flawed, human. And that's enough. That's always been enough. Peace be upon you tonight. You are seen, not for who you wish you were, but for who you actually are. And you are loved, completely, fully, just as you are. Right now, in this moment, you have permission to stop trying. Permission to stop performing. Permission to stop pretending. The weight of today, the mistakes you made, the things you didn't do, the ways you fell short, all of it can wait on a high shelf until morning. Tonight is not for fixing. Tonight is not for analyzing. Tonight is not for trying harder. Tonight is for rest. Tonight is for grace. Tonight is for being held exactly as you are. Let's begin with something simple. Let's begin with breath. Not to fix anything, not to achieve anything, just to notice that you're alive, that you're here, that you made it through another day, imperfect as it was. Close your eyes if you'd like, or just let them rest softly. Let your gaze go unfocused. Let the world blur at the edges. And breathe.
In.
2, 3, and out. 2, 3, 4. You don't have to breathe perfectly. There's no perfect breath. Just this breath. Just this moment. In, 2, 3, and out. 2, 3, 4. Each breath is a small mercy. Each breath is permission to be human. Each breath says you're alive. And that's enough. One more. In, 2, 3, letting the air fill you, and out. 2, 3, letting it all go. Letting the day go. Letting the mistakes go. Letting the regrets go. Just for now. Just for this hour. Now imagine that you're stepping away from wherever you've been today. Away from the conversations that didn't go well. Away from the tasks you didn't finish. Away from the person you think you should have been. You're not running. You're not escaping. You're just stepping. Gently. Slowly. One foot in front of the other. And as you walk, the air begins to change around you. It becomes cooler, quieter. The noise of the day starts to fade. The voices, both external and internal, start to dim. The pressure, the expectations, the judgments, they're all getting quieter, softer, further away. You're walking on a path that feels both unfamiliar and deeply known. The ground beneath your feet is soft, somewhere between sand and earth. Each step sinks slightly, just enough to remind you that you're being held, that you're not carrying all your weight alone, that something beneath you is supporting you, has always been supporting you, even when you didn't know it. Above you, the sky is transforming. The harsh, exposing light of day is fading. In its place, something gentler is arriving. The blue is deepening into shades of purple and indigo, and along the horizon there are streaks of amber and gold, like forgiveness painted across the sky, like grace made visible. The colors blend and shift, and there's something about the beauty of it that makes your chest ache in a good way. A way that says maybe, just maybe, imperfect things can still be beautiful. Maybe broken things can still be whole. Maybe you can still be loved. You're walking towards something. You can see it now, up ahead. A small fire burning low in a circle of stone. The glow of it is warm and steady, not harsh, not demanding, just there, waiting, inviting. And beyond the fire, you can see the beginning of the shore, where land meets water in a soft, blurred line, where endings and beginnings blur together. This is the place. And tonight you're not coming here alone. As you approach the fire, you see him, Jesus, sitting near the flames, his back to them, so that he's haloed in light. He's not pacing. He's not checking the time. He's not looking disappointed or impatient. He's just sitting there, relaxed, one knee drawn up, his arm resting on it, like he has all the time in the world, like he's been waiting for you, like there's nowhere else he'd rather be. When he sees you, his face changes, not from anger to acceptance, not from disappointment to tolerance, but from expectation to joy, pure, unfiltered joy. His eyes brighten, his mouth curves into a smile that reaches all the way to his eyes. The kind of smile that says, "I'm so glad you're here." Not, "I'm so glad you finally got it right." Not, "I'm so glad you're doing better." Just, "I'm so glad you're here. You. Just you. Exactly as you are." He lifts his hand, palm open, fingers soft and beckoning. "Come here," the gesture says. "Come closer. Come just as you are. I've been waiting for you." And you do. You move toward him, and with each step, you feel something loosening in your chest, something you didn't even know was tight. You sit down across from him, or beside him, whatever feels right. And as you settle onto the ground, the warmth of the fire reaches you, not burning, not overwhelming, just warm, just right, just enough to remind you that cold things can be made warm, that tired things can be given rest, that broken things can be made whole. Jesus doesn't rush to speak. He just lets you be there, lets you breathe, lets you exist without having to explain yourself, or defend yourself, or justify yourself. The silence between you isn't awkward. It's not empty. It's full, full of acceptance, full of grace, full of a peace that doesn't require you to be anyone other than who you are. The fire crackles softly, sparks rise and disappear into the darkening sky. The air smells like wood smoke, and earth, and something else. Something you can't quite name, but that feels like safety, like home, like the place you've been searching for your whole life without knowing it. After a moment, Jesus speaks. His voice is low and gentle, the kind of voice that doesn't demand anything from you. "You made it," he says. And the way he says it, you know he's not just talking about making it to this fire. He's talking about making it through today. Through the moments when you wanted to give up. Through the times when you failed. Through the hours when you felt like you weren't enough. You made it. Not perfectly, not flawlessly, but you made it. And I saw all of it. Every stumble, every mistake, every moment you thought you were alone. I saw it all. And I'm still here. Still waiting for you. Still wanting to be with you. Because this isn't about what you did or didn't do today. This is about you. And I love you. You feel something crack open inside you. Maybe it's relief. Maybe it's grief. Maybe it's just the overwhelming realization that you're seen and you're still loved. That you're known and you're still wanted. The tears might come, or they might just threaten to. Either way, it's okay. He's not uncomfortable with your emotion. He welcomes it. His own eyes are soft with understanding. He knows what it costs to be human. He knows what it feels like to fall short. He's been there. "Let's do something together," he says. "I want you to notice where you're holding tension. Not to judge it. Not to fix it. Just to notice it. Your body has been working so hard today. Working to keep you going. Working to keep you safe. Working to hold you together when you felt like falling apart. Let's honor that. Let's acknowledge that. Start with your face," he says, "your forehead. Notice if there's tightness there, a furrow between your brows. Maybe you've been worrying. Maybe you've been trying to figure something out. Maybe you've just been holding your face in a way that looks strong or capable or okay, when really you're exhausted. Notice it, see it, and then imagine that tension like a weight you've been carrying. You can set it down now, right here, next to the fire. I'll hold it for tonight. You don't have to carry it anymore." And as you imagine setting it down, let your forehead soften, even just a little, even just barely. That's good, that's perfect. You're doing so well. Now your jaw. This is where so many of us hold so much. Are your teeth clenched? Is there tightness in your temples? Maybe you've been holding back words, or holding in frustration, or just holding yourself together by sheer force of will. Notice it. Thank your jaw for trying to help you, for trying to keep you strong. And then if you're ready, let it soften. Let your teeth part slightly. Let your tongue rest in your mouth. Let your lips be soft. There's no one here you need to impress. No mask you need to wear. Just softness. Just permission to be tired. Now your neck. Your neck has been holding up your head all day. Your head full of thoughts and worries and shoulds and shouldn'ts. Notice where your neck is tight. Front, back, sides. Don't try to fix it. Just see it. And then imagine letting your head be a little heavier. Letting it sink into support. You don't have to hold yourself up so rigidly right now. You can let go. You can trust that you're held. Now your shoulders. Oh, your shoulders. This is where so much lives, isn't it? The weight of responsibility. The burden of trying to be enough. The heaviness of all the things you think you should have done better. Notice where your shoulders are. Are they up by your ears, pulled forward, locked tight? Just notice. And now imagine that you could set down that invisible backpack. The one you've been carrying all day, all week, maybe all your life. The one full of expectations, full of failures, full of regrets, full of the ways you didn't measure up today. Imagine taking it off, one strap at a time, and setting it down, right here, on the sand. You're not abandoning it. You're just putting it down for now, just for tonight, just for this hour. I'll hold it, Jesus says. You don't have to carry it anymore. And feel your shoulders drop. Even just an inch. Even half an inch. With each breath they can drop a little more. In 2, 3, and out. 2, 3, 4. And they drop. Again. In 2, 3, 4. And they drop. Again. In 2, 3, 4. That's beautiful. You're doing so beautiful. Your chest now. Your heart space. This is where today's disappointments live. Where the regrets sit. Where the I should haves and I could haves make their home. Notice if your chest feels tight or open. If there's a weight there. If it's hard to breathe fully. And if there is heaviness, you can name it. Silently. Just to yourself. Disappointment. Shame. Failure. Regret. Whatever it is, it's welcome here. I already know, Jesus says, and I'm not going anywhere. Breathe into that space. In 2, 3, filling your lungs, all the way and out. 2, 3, 4. Let the breath create room. Let it make space for all you're carrying. Another breath. In 2, 3, 4. Each breath says you're allowed to feel. You're allowed to hurt. You're allowed to be human. Now your belly. This is where we hold fear about tomorrow. Anxiety about what's coming. Notice if your stomach is clenched. If there's a knot, a tightness, and breathe into it. In 2, 3, letting your belly rise. And out. 2, 3, 4. You're safe right now. Right now in this moment. Nothing bad is happening. You're here. You're breathing. You're held. Your hands. Are they in fists? Fingers curled tight? Still trying to hold on? Still trying to control? Open them gently. Palms up. Like you're receiving something. You don't have to know what. Just open. Just release. Let go of trying to control what you can't. Let go of trying to fix what's already done. Let your hands be empty and open and free. And your feet. The feet that carried you through today. That kept you moving even when you wanted to stop. Let them rest. Let your toes uncurl. Let your arches soften. You don't have to go anywhere. You're exactly where you need to be. Jesus watches you with such tenderness, such pride. Not because you did it perfectly, but because you're trying. Because you're here. Because you chose to come. Even when you felt like you didn't deserve to. The silence stretches out again. And it's okay. You don't have to fill it. You don't have to say the right thing. You just get to be. After a while, Jesus leans forward slightly, his eyes on yours. I want to tell you something, he says. Something that's true, whether you feel it or not. Whether you believe it or not. It's still true. Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. For I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. He pauses, letting the words land. Do you hear that? I will give you rest. Not after you get it right. Not after you fix yourself. Not after you become who you think you should be. Now, today, just as you are, I will give you rest. Because that's who I am. I'm the one who gives rest to people who are tired. To people who've messed up. To people who didn't do it right today. That's exactly who I came for. You feel the truth of it. Even if you can't quite accept it yet. Even if part of you is still arguing. Still listing all the reasons you don't deserve this. He sees that too, and he's not deterred. Jesus picks up a small stick and stirs the fire. The flames respond, shifting and brightening. He watches them for a moment, then looks back at you. There's a word I love, he says. Shalom. It's often translated as peace, but it's so much bigger than that. It means wholeness, completeness, everything in its right place. Not perfection, wholeness. There's a difference. Perfection means no flaws. Wholeness means nothing missing. You can be flawed and still be whole. You can make mistakes and still be complete. You can have a bad day and still be enough. That's what I want for you tonight. Not perfection, shalom, wholeness. The knowledge that you're complete, just as you are. That you're not lacking. That you're not deficient. That you're enough. He gestures to the fire. These flames are never still, he says. Always moving. Always changing. Imperfect and yet beautiful. Contained and yet free. That's what I want to do with your thoughts tonight. Not stop them. Not make them perfect. Just contain them. Hold them so they don't consume you. Let's try something. Think of one mistake you made today. Just one. Let it come to the surface. Got it? Now I want you to imagine writing it on a piece of paper. Not to condemn yourself. Not to analyze it. Just to acknowledge it. And then fold that paper. Once. Twice. And place it on a high shelf. So high you'd need a ladder to reach it. It's still there. You're not pretending it didn't happen, but it's out of your hands for now. It's up there. In my hands. And I'm not holding it against you. I'm just holding it, so you don't have to. And breathe. In 2, 3, and out. 2, 3, 4. One more. Another mistake. Another regret. Write it down in your mind. Fold it. Place it on that shelf. You're not being irresponsible. You're just choosing to rest. Just for tonight. Just for this hour. Good. You're doing so well. Jesus shifts, and the firelight plays across his features. There's such depth in his face. Such understanding. I know what it's like, he says quietly. To fall short. To disappoint people. To not be what they expected. To feel like a failure. I've been there. I stood in front of religious leaders who thought I was doing everything wrong. I watched friends walk away. I felt the weight of expectation and the sting of disappointment. I know what it costs to be human, to be flawed, to be imperfect. He looks at you fully now. And I'm telling you, you are not alone. You are not too much. You are not too flawed. You are not beyond reach. I see you. I see all of it. The good and the bad. The successes and the failures. The moments of strength and the moments of weakness. And I am still here. Still choosing you. Still loving you. Not in spite of who you are, but because of who you are. All of it. Every part. Your throat might tighten. Your eyes might sting. And that's okay. Let it come. Let it be. Jesus stands and walks to the edge of the firelight, where the shore begins. He looks out at the water, dark and still under the night sky. Come here, he says, gesturing gently. You stand and walk to him. Your legs feel heavy, but you make it. When you reach his side, he's quiet for a moment, just letting you stand there with him. Do you see that horizon? He asks. It's dark now, but in a few hours the sun will rise. It always does. Even when you're sure it won't. Even when the night feels permanent. Morning always comes. And that's not just about the sun. That's about your life. About your heart. This darkness you're feeling, this sense of failure, it won't last forever. Morning is coming. New mercy is coming. A new day is coming. And I'll be with you when it does. You stand together in silence. Sacred silence. The kind that holds everything. Eventually Jesus turns back to the fire and sits. You follow. He picks up a stone, turning it over in his hand. Let me tell you a story, he says. There was a shepherd with 100 sheep. 99 stayed close, but one wandered, got lost, ended up far from safety, far from home, and night was falling. Most people would say, well, you've still got 99. That's pretty good. Cut your losses. But that's not how this shepherd thought. To him, the one mattered just as much as the 99. So he left the 99 somewhere safe, and went searching for the one. He searched everywhere, through brambles that tore his skin, over rocks that bruised his feet, through dark places where predators hunted, and he didn't stop until he found that lost sheep, stuck, scared, alone, bleeding. And when he found it, he didn't scold it, He didn't lecture it about making better choices. He picked it up, gently, tenderly, and he carried it home on his shoulders, bore its full weight, brought it back. Not with resentment, with joy. Jesus looks at you. You're that sheep. Maybe you wandered today. Maybe you made a wrong turn. Maybe you got lost. I don't care. I came looking for you. I found you. And I'm not letting you go. Not because you did everything right, but because you're mine. Because I love you. Because that's what I do. The tears might come now. Real tears. And he lets them. His eyes are wet too. Let's just be here, he says softly. No words. Just presence. Time passes. Could be minutes. Could be longer. Then Jesus speaks again, his voice even softer now. I want to tell you about a place I'm preparing, where there's no more shame, no more regret, no more falling short, where every tear is wiped away, where every wound is healed, where you can finally rest, fully, completely. That place is real, and it's waiting. But you don't have to wait until then to taste it. You can taste it now, here, in this moment, in this fire, in this acceptance. This is a glimpse, a preview, a promise. He reaches out and takes your hand. His palm is warm, calloused, gentle. I'm going to pray for you, he says. Just receive. He closes his eyes. Father, he begins, I bring you this beloved child, this one who's tired of falling short, this one who didn't do it right today and is carrying that weight. You see them, you know them, you love them, perfectly, completely, as they are. I ask that you wrap them in peace tonight, the kind that doesn't make sense, the kind that exists even in the middle of failure. Let it cover them, let it fill them, let it hold them. If they wake in the night with regrets, remind them they're loved, remind them they're held. Let them return to this fire, to this moment, to this truth. And tomorrow, give them strength, not to be perfect, just to take the next step, and the one after that. Strength to try again, strength to keep going, strength to believe they're loved even when they mess up. Thank you for loving them. Thank you for seeing them. Thank you for never giving up on them. Amen. He opens his eyes and smiles. You're gonna be okay, he says. Not because you'll get it all right tomorrow, but because I'm with you. And that's enough. The fire burns lower. The stars are fully visible now, countless promises in the darkness. Jesus stands and helps you to your feet. It's time to rest, he says. Real rest. The kind that comes from knowing you're loved as you are. He places his hands on your shoulders. When I say peace, he says let your shoulders drop. When I say peace, let go of today's failures. When I say peace, know that you're accepted, completely, fully, as you are. Peace. And you feel it. Release. Acceptance. Love. Peace. Deeper now. Settling in. Peace. All the way down. Into your bones. Into your soul. You can let go, he says. I've got you. I've always had you. Even when you didn't have yourself. Jesus walks you to the edge of the firelight. Go now, he says. Sleep. And when you wake, know this is still true. This fire is still burning. And I am still here. Still loving you. Still accepting you. Still calling you mine. You can always come back. You turn to go, but glance back one last time. Jesus stands silhouetted against the fire, hand raised. Come here, the gesture says. Always. No matter what. No matter how badly you think you messed up. Always welcome. Always loved. Always home. And then you let yourself drift. Let the night hold you. Let the warmth fade into the warmth of rest. Your breath slows. Your body settles. And deep inside, beneath the regret and the worry, there is peace. Shalom. Wholeness. Not perfection. Acceptance. You didn't do everything right today, but you're still loved. Still held. Still held. Still held. Tomorrow will come. You'll face it, but not alone. Never alone. For now, though, rest. In 2, 3 and out, 2, 3, 4. Again, slower. In, 2, 3, and out. 2, 3, 4. The fire is warm. The night is safe. You are loved. Just as you are. The story continues, but the words fade now, because you don't need them anymore. You have what you came for. permission, acceptance, love. Let yourself sink deeper. Let everything go. Let your breath be easy. Let your mind be soft. Let your heart be still. You're not carrying anything right now. Not the mistakes, not the failures, not the regrets. They're on that high shelf, in his hands, and his hands are strong enough. In and out, in and out. Slower, softer. Your body knows how to rest. Your soul knows how to let go. You've been held all along. You just didn't know it. But now you do. The shepherd is watching. The fire is burning. The night is holding you. And Jesus is with you. Right here. Right now. Speaking peace over your imperfect, beautiful human life. Peace be upon you. You are seen. You are held. You are loved. As you are. Not as you should be. As you are. Rest now. Rest. Sleep is approaching like grace. Unearned. Undeserved. Freely given. It doesn't ask if you did enough today. It doesn't check your performance. It doesn't require a perfect record. It just comes. And you receive it. But before sleep takes you fully, let's rest here a little longer. Let's let this truth sink deeper. Because you need to hear it again. You need to feel it in your bones. You need to know it's not just words. It's reality. Jesus is still here beside you, the firelight dancing across his face. He hasn't moved, hasn't left, hasn't changed his mind about you, and he speaks again, his voice like a gentle hand on your forehead. You know, he says, there's something I want you to understand about the way I see you, the way I've always seen you. From before you were born, from before you took your first breath, from before you made your first mistake. I don't see you the way you see yourself. When you look at yourself, you see the failures, the shortcomings, the ways you don't measure up, the things you did wrong today, the words you wish you could take back, the moments you wish you could redo. That's all you see sometimes, isn't it? Just the gaps, just the missing pieces, just the broken parts. But that's not what I see. When I look at you, I see someone I created with intention, with purpose, with love. I see someone I chose, someone I died for, someone I would die for, again. I see someone worth saving, worth loving, worth keeping, not because of what you do, but because of who you are, my beloved, my child, mine. And when you mess up, when you fall short, when you don't do it right, I don't love you less. I don't turn away. I don't shake my head in disappointment. I move closer. I reach out. I say, come here. Let me help you. Let me hold you. Let me remind you who you are. Because that's what love does. Real love. Not the conditional kind that the world offers. Not the kind that says, I'll love you if you perform well. I'll love you if you meet my standards. I'll love you if you don't mess up too badly. That's not love. That's a transaction. That's a contract. That's performance-based acceptance. And it's exhausting. And it's impossible to maintain. And it will kill you slowly if you let it. But my love doesn't work that way. My love isn't based on your performance. It's based on my character, my faithfulness, my commitment. I loved you when you were at your worst. I loved you when you were running from me. I loved you when you didn't love yourself. I loved you when you didn't even know me. And I love you now, today. After everything that happened, after everything you did and didn't do, I still love you. I will always love you. He pauses, and you can feel the weight of those words, the truth of them, the impossibility of them. And yet they're true. There's a verse I want you to remember, he says. It goes like this. There is therefore now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. Do you hear that? No condemnation, not less condemnation. Not conditional non-condemnation. No condemnation. None. Zero. Nothing. I'm not condemning you for today. I'm not holding it against you. I'm not keeping a record. I'm not waiting for you to earn your way back into my good graces. You're already in my grace. You've always been in my grace. Grace isn't something you fall in and out of based on your behavior. Grace is the atmosphere you live in, the ground you stand on, the reality you exist in. And it doesn't change based on your performance. You feel something breaking open inside you. Some hard, tight thing that's been locked up for so long. Maybe it's shame. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's just the exhaustion of trying so hard to be good enough. Whatever it is, it's cracking, softening, beginning to melt in the warmth of this fire. in the presence of this love. Let me show you something else, Jesus says. Look at this fire. These flames. They've been burning this whole time, haven't they? Steady. Constant. Giving light. Giving warmth. They didn't stop when you made mistakes today. They didn't flicker out when you fell short. They just kept burning, because that's what fire does. It burns. It gives light. It gives warmth. Not because it's earned. Not because it's deserved. Just because that's its nature. That's what my love is like. It burns for you, constantly, steadily. Not because you've earned it, but because it's my nature. I am love, and I love you. And nothing you do or don't do can change that. It's not up for negotiation. It's not dependent on your behavior. It just is. Now I want you to do something, he continues. I want you to think about tomorrow, not with anxiety, not with dread, but with me, with hope, with the knowledge that I'll be there. Tomorrow, you're going to wake up, and for a moment, everything might feel the same. The same pressures, the same expectations, the same fears that you won't be enough. But I want you to remember this moment, this fire, this conversation, and I want you to remember that you're not facing tomorrow alone. I'm going to be there. Before you even open your eyes, I'll already be there. Before you take your first conscious breath, I'll already be breathing with you. And when the day gets hard, when you start to feel like you're failing again, I want you to pause, just for a second, and remember. Remember that I'm with you. Remember that I love you. Remember that your worth isn't determined by how well you perform. It's determined by whose you are, and you are mine. If you mess up tomorrow, and you might because you're human, and that's okay, I want you to know that I'm not going to love you any less. I'm going to be right there saying, come here. Let's try again. Let's learn from this. Let's keep going, together. And if you succeed tomorrow, if things go well, if you do get it right, I'm going to be there too. Not saying finally you earned my love, but saying I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad to see you walking in freedom, walking in truth, walking in the fullness of who I created you to be. Either way, whether you fail or succeed, whether you fall or stand, I'm there, always there, never leaving, never forsaking, never giving up on you. Jesus leans back slightly, his eyes still on yours. You know what else I love about this fire? He asks. It transforms things. You put wood into it. Dead wood, dried wood, wood that seems useless, and the fire transforms it. It becomes light, warmth, energy, beauty. The fire doesn't reject the wood for being dead or dry or broken. It just transforms it, makes it into something that gives life to others. That's what I do with your mistakes, with your failures, with your brokenness. I don't reject them. I don't shame you for them. I transform them. I take what feels like waste, and I make it into something beautiful, something that can bring light to others, something that can bring warmth to others, something that can help others find their way home. Nothing is wasted with me, not your pain, not your struggles, not your failures. I can use all of it. I can redeem all of it. I can transform all of it, because that's what I do. That's who I am, the Redeemer, the Transformer, the one who makes all things new. Now let's breathe together for a moment, he says. Let's let this truth sink in. Let's let it reach the places in your heart that are still skeptical, still afraid, still convinced that love has to be earned. In 2, 3, breathing in the truth that you are loved, and out, 2, 3, releasing the lie that you have to earn it. Again. In 2, 3, breathing in acceptance, and out, 2, 3, 4, releasing the fear of rejection. One more time. In 2, 3, breathing in grace, and out, 2, 3, 4, releasing shame. Good. So good. You're letting it in. You're receiving it. And that's all you have to do. Just receive. Just open your hands and your heart, and let love in. There's a story I want to tell you, Jesus says after a moment. Another one, because stories have a way of getting past our defenses, getting past our skepticism, landing in places that logic can't reach. There was a father who had 2 sons. The younger one came to him one day and said, "Father, give me my share of the inheritance now. I don't want to wait until you die. I want it now, which if you think about it, is essentially saying, I wish you were dead. I want what you have, but I don't want you. And the father, he could have said no. He could have been offended, hurt, angry, but he didn't. He divided his property and gave the younger son his share, and the son left, took everything and went to a distant country and squandered it all, spent it on parties and pleasure and reckless living. And when it was all gone, when he was broke and broken and desperate, he found himself feeding pigs. Him, a Jewish boy, feeding pigs, the lowest of the low. And he came to his senses. He realized what he'd done, how far he'd fallen, and he thought, even my father's servants have it better than this. So he decided to go home, not expecting to be welcomed back as a son, just hoping maybe his father would hire him as a servant. He even prepared a little speech. Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Treat me as one of your hired servants. So he started the journey home. And while he was still a long way off, get that, still a long way off, still filthy, still smelling like pigs, still rehearsing his speech, his father saw him. And what did his father do? Did he wait for the son to come grovel? Did he cross his arms and wait for the apology? Did he make him earn his way back? No. The father ran. An old man, a dignified man, a man of status, ran, hiked up his robes, and ran down the road, like he didn't care who saw him, like he didn't care about dignity, or propriety, or what the neighbors would think. He ran to his son, and when he reached him, he threw his arms around him, and kissed him, before the apology, before the explanation, before the groveling, just pure joy, pure love, pure welcome. And the son started his speech. Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. But the father interrupted him. He called to his servants. Quickly, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattened calf, and let's have a feast and celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. Jesus looks at you with such intensity now. Do you understand? Do you see? The father didn't wait for the son to clean himself up. Didn't wait for him to prove he'd changed. Didn't wait for him to earn his way back. He ran to him, welcomed him, celebrated him, restored him. Not because the son deserved it, but because the father loved him. Because love doesn't wait for worthiness. Love runs toward the unworthy. Love embraces the mess. Love celebrates the return. That's me. I'm that father. And you're that son. And when you come to me, dirty, broken, full of failure and regret, I don't wait for you to clean up. I don't wait for you to prove yourself. I run to you. I embrace you. I welcome you home. I celebrate you. Not because you deserve it, but because I love you. Because you're mine. Because that's what love does. You feel tears now. Real tears. Hot and cleansing and necessary. And Jesus lets them fall. His own eyes are bright with emotion. Let it out, he says softly. Let it all out. The shame, the regret, the self-loathing, the fear that you're too far gone, too broken, too much of a failure. Let it out. Give it to me. I'll take it, all of it. And I'll give you something better in return. I'll give you acceptance, identity, love, home. You cry for a while. Could be seconds. Could be minutes. Time doesn't work the same here. And when the tears finally slow, Jesus hands you something you didn't see before. A cloth, soft and clean. You wipe your face, and somehow the simple gesture feels like being cared for, being tended to, being loved. Better? He asks gently. You nod, even though better feels like an understatement. Lighter, freer, more yourself than you've been in a long time. Now Jesus says, I want to teach you something you can take with you. Something you can use when the darkness comes back, when the doubt creeps in, when the shame tries to take hold again, because it will try. The enemy of your soul doesn't want you living in freedom. He wants you living in fear, in shame, in the lie that you're not enough. So I want to give you a weapon, a tool, a truth you can hold on to. When the accusing thoughts come, and they will come, I want you to do this. I want you to speak truth out loud, not in your head, out loud. Because there's power in speaking truth. It cuts through lies. It dispels darkness. It changes the atmosphere. So when the thought comes, you're such a failure, I want you to say out loud, I am loved by Jesus. When the thought comes, you'll never be enough, I want you to say, I am enough, because I am His. When the thought comes, you messed up too badly this time, I want you to say, there is no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. Speak truth, out loud. And watch what happens. Watch how the darkness has to flee. Watch how the lies lose their power. Watch how freedom comes. And another thing, when tomorrow gets hard, and you start to feel overwhelmed, I want you to do what we did tonight. Find a quiet place. Even if it's just for 5 minutes. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and imagine yourself back here, by this fire, with me. Remember what it feels like to be seen and loved, to be accepted as you are, to be held, and let that truth anchor you. Let it steady you. Let it remind you who you are and whose you are. This place, this fire, this shore, this conversation, it's not just a one-time thing. It's always here, always available. Anytime you need it. Anytime you feel like you're drowning in failure or shame or fear. You can come back, in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit. You can come back to this truth, to this love, to this acceptance, and it will hold you. It will anchor you. It will remind you of what's real. Jesus stands now, and He helps you to your feet one more time. Your legs are steady, your body feels lighter than it has in days, maybe weeks, maybe longer. There's one more thing I want to do before you go, He says. One more gift I want to give you. He places His hands on your shoulders again, and this time when He looks at you, there's something fierce in His eyes, something protective, something that says, you are mine, and I will fight for you. I want to bless you, He says. I want to speak words of life over you, words of truth, words of promise. So listen, really listen. Let these words sink deep. Blessed are you, beloved child. You who came tonight with empty hands and a heavy heart. You who came with failure and regret and shame. You who came as you are. You are blessed, not cursed, not condemned. Blessed. Blessed are you when you feel like you're not enough, because in your weakness, my strength is made perfect. In your insufficiency, my sufficiency is revealed. You are not meant to be enough on your own. You are meant to be held, supported, sustained by me. Blessed are you when you fall short, because every stumble is an opportunity to learn that my grace is greater, that my mercy is new every morning, that my love doesn't depend on your performance. Every failure is an invitation to know me better, to trust me more, to lean into grace deeper. Blessed are you when the world tells you you're not measuring up, because the world's standards are not my standards. The world measures by productivity, by success, by achievement. But I measure by love, by faithfulness, by the condition of your heart. And your heart, imperfect as it is, struggling as it is beautiful to me. May you wake tomorrow knowing you are loved. May you face the day knowing you are not alone. May you stumble knowing I will catch you. May you fall knowing I will lift you up. May you doubt knowing I will remain faithful. May you forget knowing I will remember. May you fail knowing I will redeem. May you live not under the crushing weight of perfection, but in the liberating truth of grace. May you walk not in fear of falling, but in confidence of being held. May you breathe not in anxiety of tomorrow, but in peace of this moment. May you exist not as a project to be fixed, but as a person to be loved. I bless you with shalom, with wholeness, with peace that defies explanation, with rest that goes deeper than sleep, with love that surpasses knowledge, with grace that exceeds your deepest failure, with mercy that outlasts your greatest sin, with faithfulness that never wavers, with presence that never leaves. You are blessed, beloved, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Mine, always mine, forever mine. Go in peace, walk in freedom, live in grace. You are loved, you are held, you are home. His hands drop from your shoulders, but the weight of His words remains. They settle over you like a blanket, like armor, like truth too powerful to be shaken by circumstance. Now He says, His voice returning to that gentle softness, now you can rest, really rest, fully rest. The kind of rest that comes from knowing really knowing that you're loved, that you're accepted, that you're enough. Go now. Sleep. And when you wake, remember this fire. Remember these words. Remember this love. It's real. It's true. It's yours. And I'll be there when you wake. Right there. Still loving you, still accepting you, still calling you mine. You turn to walk into the darkness, but one last time, you look back. Jesus stands by the fire, silhouetted in light. His hand is raised, that gentle, beckoning gesture. And you hear his voice one last time. Come back anytime, he says. Come back tomorrow night, if you need to. Come back every night, if you want to. This place is yours. This love is yours. This acceptance is yours. Always. Forever. No matter what. And then you let yourself go. Let yourself drift. Let the darkness become not frightening, but welcoming. Like being held in arms you can't see, but you know are there. Your breathing slows. In and out. In and out. Each breath deeper than the last. Each exhale releasing more. More tension. More shame. More fear. More striving. Until all that's left is peace. Shalom. Wholeness. The fire still burns in your mind. Jesus still sits there in your heart. The words still echo in your spirit. You are loved. You are accepted. You are enough. You are mine. And finally, blessedly, you sleep. Not the restless sleep of anxiety. Not the fitful sleep of shame. But deep sleep. Healing sleep. The sleep of someone who knows they're safe. Who knows they're loved. Who knows they're home. Your body releases completely. Every muscle. Every joint. Every cell. Releasing the tension it's been holding. The guard it's been keeping. The vigilance it's been maintaining. Because here in this sleep, in this rest, in this love, there's no need for defense. No need for protection. No need for striving. You're safe. You're held. You're loved. And in the morning when you wake, the world might look the same. The circumstances might not have changed. The problems might still be there. But something in you will be different. Some deep knowing that wasn't there before. Some anchor that will hold you steady. Some truth that will keep you grounded. You are loved, just as you are. Not as you should be, as you are. And that changes everything. Rest now. Sleep well. You are his. Forever and always. But wait, before sleep takes you completely, there's something else. Something Jesus wants you to understand. Something that will sustain you not just tonight, but in all the nights to come. The fire shifts slightly, sending up a small shower of sparks. And in that shift, something in the atmosphere changes. Not frightening, not jarring, just different. Like a gentle interruption, a soft pivot. Jesus' voice comes again, but there's a new quality to it now. A teaching quality. A quality that says, listen closely. This matters. You know, he says, I've been thinking about something while we've been sitting here. About the nature of growth. About the nature of transformation. About how change really happens. The world will tell you that you need to try harder. Do better. Be stronger. Pull yourself up. Fix yourself. Transform yourself through sheer force of will. And if you can't do it, if you keep failing, well then you're just not trying hard enough. You're not committed enough. You're not disciplined enough. You're not enough. But that's not how it works with me. That's not how transformation happens in my kingdom, in my economy, in my way of doing things. Real transformation doesn't come from trying harder. It comes from being loved more deeply. It comes from understanding more fully. It comes from receiving more openly. It comes from resting more completely. It comes from letting go more thoroughly. See, the world's way is addition. Add more effort. Add more discipline. Add more rules. Add more striving. But my way is subtraction. Subtract the striving. Subtract the fear. Subtract the shame. Subtract the lies. Subtract everything that's not of me. And what you're left with is love, is truth, is grace, is freedom, is rest, is who you really are. You don't become who you're meant to be by adding more. You become who you're meant to be by removing everything that's been covering up who you already are. You're not a project to be built. You're a masterpiece to be revealed. And the revelation happens not through striving, but through rest. Not through effort, but through surrender. Not through work, but through trust. So tomorrow when you wake up, and the old patterns try to kick in, the patterns of striving and earning and trying to be enough, I want you to remember tonight. Remember this fire, remember this conversation, and instead of asking yourself, what do I need to do to be acceptable? I want you to ask yourself, what do I need to release to rest in the acceptance I already have? It's a completely different question, a completely different approach, a completely different way of living, and it changes everything. He pauses, letting that sink in. Let me give you a practical example. He continues. Tomorrow, let's say you wake up and immediately your mind starts racing with all the things you need to do, all the ways you need to perform, all the standards you need to meet, and you feel that familiar tightness in your chest, that familiar anxiety, that familiar sense of not enough. In that moment, instead of pushing through, instead of trying to power through the anxiety, I want you to pause, just pause, and take 3 deep breaths. In, 2, 3, and out. 2, 3, 4. 3 times. And with each breath, I want you to remember, I am loved, I am held, I am enough. Not because of what I do, but because of whose I am. And then, instead of launching into your day with anxiety as your fuel, I want you to launch into your day with love as your fuel. Do the same things, go to the same places, interact with the same people, but do it all from a different place, not from a place of fear, from a place of love, not from a place of insufficiency, from a place of fullness, not from a place of trying to earn acceptance, from a place of already being accepted. It won't be perfect. You'll forget. You'll slip back into old patterns. And when you do, because you will, you don't need to condemn yourself. You just need to pause again, breathe again, remember again, and start again. That's what grace looks like in real time. It's not perfection, it's direction. It's not never falling, it's always getting back up. It's not flawless performance, it's faithful process. Jesus shifts his position slightly, and you notice that the fire is lower now than it was. Not going out, just settling, just burning with a steady, sustainable flame, like it could burn all night, like it could burn forever. There's something else I want to tell you, he says. Something about the nature of time, about the way days unfold, about the way life happens. You tend to think about time in big blocks, don't you? You think about the whole day ahead, the whole week, the whole month, the whole year, and when you look at it like that, it feels overwhelming. How am I going to get through all of that? How am I going to be enough for all of that? How am I going to not mess up for all of that? But that's not how you actually live. You don't live in days or weeks or months or years. You live in moments, individual moments, one after another. That's all life ever is, a series of present moments. So tomorrow, I don't need you to figure out how you're going to be enough for the whole day. I just need you to be present in the moment you're in, just that moment. And in that moment, I will be with you. I will be enough in that moment. And then the next moment will come, and I'll be with you in that moment too. And I'll be enough in that moment too. Moment by moment, breath by breath, step by step. That's how you live. That's how you walk with me. That's how you experience grace. Not as a massive reservoir you have to fill up at the beginning of the day, but as a constant stream, a continuous flow, always available, always present, always sufficient, moment by moment. When the Israelites were wandering in the wilderness, I gave them manna, bread from heaven, every morning fresh, and I told them, gather what you need for today, just today. Don't try to hoard it. Don't try to stockpile it. Just gather what you need for today, because tomorrow there will be more, fresh, new, sufficient. That's how my grace works too. You don't need to stockpile it. You don't need to earn enough to last you a lifetime. You just need to receive what you need for this moment, and then the next moment, more will be there, always fresh, always sufficient. My mercies are new every morning, not recycled, not rationed, new, fresh, full, abundant. So when tomorrow comes and you feel inadequate, remember you're not supposed to be adequate for tomorrow. You're only supposed to be present for this moment. And in this moment I am with you, and I am adequate. I am enough. And my enough becomes your enough. Not through striving, through abiding, through staying connected, through remaining in me. There's a vine and branches thing I talked about once, he says with a slight smile. The branch doesn't try to produce fruit. It just stays connected to the vine, and the life of the vine flows into the branch, and the fruit just happens, naturally, organically, inevitably. That's how it works with us. You stay connected to me. You remain in my love. You abide in my presence. And the fruit, the good works, the right actions, the becoming who you're meant to be, it just happens, not through striving, through abiding. The fire crackles softly. The night is deep now. The stars above are brilliant, like promises scattered across the velvet darkness. You can feel yourself getting sleepier, but you don't want to miss anything. You want to hold on to every word. One more thing, Jesus says, his voice getting even softer now. One more gift before you go. I want to give you a phrase. A short phrase you can use when the overwhelm comes. When the sense of not enough threatens to drown you. When the voices of condemnation get loud. When you forget who you are and whose you are. The phrase is this: I am held. That's it. Simple. Short. True. I am held. When you feel like you're falling, I am held. When you feel like you're failing, I am held. When you feel like you're drowning, I am held. When you feel alone, I am held. When you feel afraid, I am held. I am held. Not I have to hold myself together. Not I have to be strong enough. Not I have to figure this out. But I am held by something bigger than myself. By someone stronger than myself. By arms that never tire. By love that never fails. By grace that never runs out. I am held. Say it with me now. Out loud if you can. Or silently if you need to. But say it. Feel it. Believe it. I am held. Again. I am held. One more time. I am held. Let that truth sink all the way down, into your bones, into your blood, into your breath, into the very center of your being. You are held, not precariously, not conditionally, but securely, firmly, permanently. You are held by me, and I will never let you go. Never. No matter how far you fall, no matter how badly you fail, no matter how much you forget, I will never let you go. I am holding you now as you sit here by this fire. I will be holding you when you wake tomorrow. I will be holding you when you walk through your day. I will be holding you when you stumble. I will be holding you when you lie back down tomorrow night. I will be holding you when you sleep. I will be holding you when you wake the day after that. I will be holding you every day, for the rest of your life. I will be holding you when you take your last breath. And I will be holding you when you open your eyes in eternity. I will never ever stop holding you. You are held. You are mine. You are loved. Now, Jesus says, standing one final time. Now you're ready. Now you can rest. Truly rest. Completely rest. The kind of rest that comes from knowing, not just believing, but knowing that you're held, that you're loved, that you're enough. He reaches down and helps you to your feet one last time. You're steady now. Centered. Grounded. Like something fundamental has shifted inside you. Like you're standing on solid ground for the first time in a long time. Walk with me, he says, and together you move toward the edge of the firelight, toward the boundary between this sacred space and the world of sleep that awaits you. At the edge, he stops and turns to you. His hand comes to rest on your head, gentle and warm, and benedictory. Go in peace, he says. Walk in freedom, sleep in rest, and wake in hope. You are loved, you are held, you are mine, and nothing can separate you from that love. Not height, not depth, not present, not future, not failure, not success, not your worst day, not your best day. Nothing. You are mine, forever. His hand lifts from your head, but you can still feel the warmth of it, the weight of it, the blessing of it. One last look passes between you. His eyes say everything that hasn't been said, everything that doesn't need words, and then he smiles. That same warm, welcoming smile, and his hand makes that familiar gesture one more time. Come back anytime, he says. Every night if you need to, or whenever your heart needs to remember. This place is always here. This fire is always burning, and I am always waiting, always ready, always glad. This is your home, your refuge, your place of rest. Come back whenever you need to remember who you are, and whose you are. And then you step into the darkness. But it's not darkness anymore, it's rest, it's peace, It's the gentle embrace of sleep that's been waiting for you, waiting to hold you, waiting to restore you, waiting to prepare you for tomorrow. Your body knows what to do now. It remembers how to rest, how to release, how to surrender to sleep. Your breath slows naturally. In and out. In and out. Each breath deeper and slower than the last. Your mind, which has been so active, so anxious, so afraid, finally begins to quiet. The voices of condemnation fade. The accusations lose their power. The fears lose their grip. And in their place, there's just peace, just quiet, just rest. You are held. That phrase echoes in your mind. Gentle, steady, true. You are held, and you believe it now. You know it now. You feel it now. Your muscles release completely, starting from your head and flowing down through your whole body. Your forehead smooths. Your jaw unclenches. Your shoulders drop. Your chest opens. Your belly softens. Your hands open. Your legs become heavy. Your feet relax. Everything releases. Everything rests. Everything surrenders. And as you sink deeper into sleep, you're aware, even in your dimming consciousness, that you're not alone. That presence is still there. That love is still surrounding you. Those arms are still holding you. And they will hold you all through the night. They will hold you into tomorrow. They will hold you for all the days to come. You are safe. You are loved. You are held. And with that truth wrapped around you like the warmest blanket, you finally, fully, completely sleep. The sleep of the beloved. The sleep of the accepted. The sleep of the enough. Deep and dreamless and healing. Rest. Pure rest. Shalom rest. The kind of rest that restores your soul. Hours pass. The night deepens. The stars wheel slowly overhead. The fire burns low but never goes out. And you sleep. Deeply. Peacefully. Held in arms that never tire. Surrounded by love that never fails. Anchored in truth that never changes. And somewhere in the depths of that sleep, your body does its work. Healing. Restoring. Repairing. Preparing you for tomorrow. Not because you earned it. Not because you performed well. But simply because rest is a gift. Sleep is grace. Restoration is love. And in the morning, when light begins to creep across the sky, when the darkness slowly gives way to dawn, when it's time to wake and face a new day, you'll wake different. Not perfect, not fixed, not suddenly having it all together, but different nonetheless. Changed, shifted, anchored in something deeper than circumstance, in something truer than feelings, in something more solid than performance. You'll wake knowing you're loved. You'll wake knowing you're held. You'll wake knowing you're enough. And that knowing will carry you through whatever the day brings, not because the day will be easy, but because you won't be facing it alone, because you'll be walking with someone who loves you, who sees you, who accepts you, who will never leave you, never forsake you, never give up on you. The morning will come. It always does. And when it does, you'll face it, not perfectly, but courageously, not flawlessly, but faithfully, not because you have to earn love, but because you're already loved, and that changes everything. But for now, for these remaining hours of night, you simply rest, you simply sleep, you simply let yourself be held. And it's enough. You're enough. This is enough. Rest now, beloved. Sleep well. You are held. You are loved. You are home. Good night. Shalom. Peace.